fights in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sun Devils will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Fires left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It'll be 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important. make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got him. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Lawson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Finds his back in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Offense changing the play. Give to the running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. looking to throw on first down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running to Green. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Arizona State! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella tight end.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. He wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
After the misfire, now on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. first snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. I'd be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Got the quick completion. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. He's going to fire deep. He's got it along the sideline. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to... Get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Sun Devils!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell he drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hold it, finds his man on the left. There he goes! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Might be changing the route. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab on the shot. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Sun Devils are on the move. They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end could be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And off with the shotgun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Making side adjustments here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Touchdown, Arizona State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Oh, it's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point.
That keeps the score Arizona State 20, Oregon 17.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline and asking for another deep shot opportunity.
The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He'll try to do it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
Now on first down from the 28. Pulls throws and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Shoots it to the left. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Smashes ahead. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
After that last completion, it's second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I mean, what a great route by the wide receiver. You talk about leaving everybody in the dust. I mean, he left everybody behind him, runs the corner route, and to be honest, I mean, there is nobody stopping him.
I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He's taking the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this